Дмитрий, заиграй мне песенки.
Окей.
How's it going, all my gummy friends? It is Gummy Bear here again. We are back in the studio. You might notice there's a little less light. That's because one motherfucker decided to break. You might have also noticed I now have a new intro, so that's new. Anyway, so I was recently talking with a friend, and I was talking with him because I was gonna go to a fun park, and he told me I don't like roller coasters. Why? I just don't like them. Have you ever ridden one? No.
Why would you say that? You've never even done one.
So I'm making a little list or a little video just to give you a couple tips for people who don't like roller coasters but still feel like trying them. Step 1. Knowing what you don't like about roller coasters. Now, I personally am I fucking love roller coasters. But that's actually kind of an exception because I'm the only person in my whole family who even remotely likes roller coasters. My parents they don't even have the thought of going on a roller coaster, let alone going on one with me. So I'm kind of the oddball in the family, which is annoying, but I do know the reason why my parents don't like roller coasters, and that is for multiple reasons. My parents are quite control freaks. They want control over something. In a roller coaster, you're kind of just strapped in and you launch off or something, And my dad gets very motion sick, so those are valuable reasons. But what you can do if you don't like roller coasters is you can make a small list of what you cannot handle. For example, another friend of mine, he quite likes rides and thrill rides and roller coasters and stuff like that, but he cannot handle the feeling of weightlessness. He cannot handle the falling sensation. So when we go to a park, he'll do quite some rides with us as long as they don't have that sinking or that free fall feeling in them. And you can make a list. This list can be 1 or 2 items long, or it can be a whole fucking, a whole list of things. It doesn't matter. It's just knowing what you like or what you don't like about roller coasters. Step 2. This is for when you're going to go to a theme park with your friends. Your friends maybe invited you to a theme park and you're like, hey, I'll tag along. And then suddenly you realize, oh wait, I cannot stand thrill rides and roller coasters. But you already offered to go, and it's kind of a big move to, decline. So what you could maybe do is do a little bit of research on the rides at the park. This is something that I actually do, but that's more just because I'm kind of a roller coaster nerd and I just kind of like researching down into who manufactured it, the brands and stuff like that, but that's just, personal. That way you can also do a little bit of research on the rides that are at the park and maybe, find a couple rides that might be suitable for your personal preferences. Like, for example, my friend who hates the feeling of airtime, he would gladly go on the Rocket Roller Coaster in Disneyland because there is no sinking feeling, because it's a launch coaster that goes straight into a loop, so it glues you into your seat instead of pulls you out of it. And these are just small factors that you can keep in mind. You can, keep in mind if the roller coaster spins. You can keep in mind if it makes a lot of twisty turns, if, it makes a lot of drops. All these things if it goes upside down, all these things you can, keep in mind and, probably use to your advantage when going on the roller coaster or when you're at the park. Step 3, and this is actually psychologically proven, do not close your eyes on a roller coaster. Do not, whatever you do not close your eyes, because it is proven that when you close your eyes, all your other senses are heightened, including the senses in your ears that can find motion. So, if you're on a roller coaster and you're about to drop, most people will close their eyes, but then the drop will feel 3 times as forceful and as powerful as when your eyes are open and you can see the end of the drop. Yes, you will still feel it, but if you close your eyes, you'll feel it a lot fucking more, trust me. Step 4. This is kind of a step that's more if it really, if you really need to build up, and build up to going on the ride. This is more of a kind of a side step, I guess, and that's just putting yourself in the mentality, and I call it the fuck it mentality. Literally, that's what I call it. I call it the fuck it mentality, because what you do is before entering or while you're in a queue line, all that you just physically say to yourself is, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. It's a mentality that, it sounds dumb, but it really works. For example, it's the mentality that I used when I went bungee jumping. While I was climbing, you had to climb a ladder to the top, and all that you had was one strap, and all I kept doing was fuck it. I just kept saying fuck it over and over again while climbing, because it really works. So if you're really that nervous, just say fuck it. Now this little part of the video is kind of just more for if you're gonna go to a fun party and you're just kind of like, what do I do? This is a little list to show brands that make roller coasters that might fall in a kind of like a certain category, but not completely. So if you're not good with a lot of the feeling of dropping, but you're quite good at handling fast turns, I definitely advise B&M inverts, or a lot of roller coasters from the brand B&M. B&M is a very, very popular roller coaster manufacturer, and they've made beautiful roller coasters like the Nemesis at Alton Towers, the Montu Black Mamba at Phantasialand, that's also owned by them. If you're not good with spinning, so just, the cars spinning around, I advise the brand Intamin. Then again, who doesn't advise the brand Intamin? They're kind of up there. They're kind of like one of the kings of roller coaster designers and manufacturers. They're fucking awesome. They've built all these different roller coasters that are all very, very, very good. If you cannot handle going upside down, avoid SNS. Almost all of their roller coasters have the most insane inversions. I kid you not, their rides are so intense when it comes to their inversions. For the rest, they're great. Like, for example, they opened one in Coney Island, I believe. The Gale Force. So if you cannot handle inversions, avoid SNS. But then I would advise Mach. A lot of Mach roller coasters. They are very, very good. Mach roller coasters and some Mauer and Schoene coasters are also pretty good. I hope this little weird video of mine that was just kind of a fun little list was kind of worth the watch, I guess. I hope to see you in another one. If you sneeze during this video, bless